This is me, a stick figure. A few lines, a simple smile, nothing fancy, nothing dramatic. And this is my friend. Same number of lines, same simple shape, but somehow very different energy. This friend didn't steal my money, didn't ask for loans, didn't force me to swipe my card. And yet, little by little, my bank account started to look emptier, quieter, worried. And this isn't just a story about money. It's a story about comparison, about silence, about how easy it is to confuse belonging with spending. Let's rewind. There was a time when my finances made sense. I wasn't rich. I wasn't struggling. I earned money. I paid bills. I saved a little. I stressed a little. Normal. My money had a job, and my life had balance. Then there was Alex. Alex lived like life was always happening somewhere else, and they were always there. New clothes appeared regularly. Plans were spontaneous. Restaurants had names I couldn't pronounce. Alex made spending look effortless. And when you're around someone like that long enough, you start to wonder if you're the one doing something wrong. The first invitation was innocent. Let's grab coffee. $7. I remember thinking, it's just coffee. I didn't know that just was the most dangerous word in my budget, because no one ever says, let's slowly destroy your finances. They say, just coffee, just dinner. Just this once. Coffee became brunch. Brunch became late dinners. Late dinners became shopping afterward. Because we were already out, and every time my brain hesitated, Alex would smile and say things like, don't be boring, you work hard, you deserve it. And I wanted to believe that. Spending felt like proof. Proof that I was successful. Proof that I was keeping up. Proof that I belonged. So I said yes. Even when my stomach tightened. Even when I avoided checking my bank app. Even when I promised myself I'd slow down next month. Next month never came. I started noticing small changes in myself. I stopped checking prices, stopped asking questions, stopped thinking before paying. I didn't want numbers to ruin the mood. My debit card started getting less attention. My credit card stepped in confidently. Swipe, tap, approved. It didn't feel like debt. It felt like access. Access to a lifestyle that didn't actually belong to me. At night, I'd scroll through my phone. Alex was always somewhere, traveling, eating out, living loudly. And my life? It felt quieter, smaller. Comparison settled in quietly, like background noise you don't notice. Until it's too loud to ignore. I started measuring my life against someone else's highlights. I didn't ask how Alex afforded it. I didn't ask about savings or debt. I assumed. And assumptions cost money. Then came the trip. Weekend getaway, Alex said. It's affordable. Affordable meant $600. I stared at my phone longer than usual. My savings looked fragile, but the fear of missing out was louder than the fear of going broke. So I went, and the trip was amazing. Laughing, photos, moments that felt worth it. But moments don't pay bills. When I came back, reality didn't ease in slowly. It arrived all at once. Rent, credit card bills, subscriptions I forgot about. Then my phone buzzed. Insufficient funds. That message stayed on my screen longer than I expected. Not because of the money, but because of the meaning. I wasn't irresponsible. I wasn't careless. I was living someone else's lifestyle. With my own paycheck. I felt embarrassed, ashamed, and quietly angry. At first, at Alex. Then, at myself. Because Alex never forced me. I had been forcing myself to keep up. So I finally said something. I told Alex I needed to slow down, that I couldn't spend like this anymore. I expected judgment, distance, awkward silence. Instead, Alex said, "Oh, I didn't realize." And that moment changed everything. Peer pressure isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet. It whispers, don't fall behind, don't look broke, don't be the odd one out. I had been spending money to protect an image. No one asked me to maintain, so I stopped. I learned how to say no, not aggressively, not apologetically, just honestly. I'm saving, I can't afford that, I'll pass. And something surprising happened. Nothing bad. No one laughed. No one disappeared. No friendships ended. What ended was my anxiety. I cooked more meals at home. I tracked my spending. I watched my savings slowly recover. And with every dollar saved, something else grew. Confidence. Because real confidence isn't about keeping up. It's about knowing your limits and respecting them. If someone's lifestyle makes you feel poor, it doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're human. You're allowed to live slower. You're allowed to choose stability over status. You're allowed to say no. Money is a tool, not a competition. And going broke to impress people who aren't paying your bills is the most expensive mistake you can make.